Now to Sean Diddy Combs' investigation. New surveillance video shows Combs being taken into custody at a Manhattan hotel last week. Our senior investigative correspondent.
Hold up, y'all. Hollywood is officially shaken. Steve Harvey and Diddy are in some serious trouble. The FBI just dropped new FreakOff footage, and Steve Harvey is now running for cover. What does this mean for his career? Is Steve actually involved in something darker than we ever imagined? Girl, you do not want to miss this tea because things are about to get messy. So let's dive straight into this hot mess because honestly, it's getting wilder by the minute. New footage has emerged that has everyone gasped, and let me tell you, it's explosive. The FBI came in swinging, dropping shocking new footage of Steve Harvey and Diddy that has Hollywood's biggest stars sweating bullets. Word on the street is that Steve is on the run, and we're about to spill every single drop of this tea. Now, you probably already know that Diddy's FreakOff parties have been all over the headlines ever since his arrest. These parties were allegedly filled with narcotics, models, and just pure chaos. And now, it looks like our beloved Steve Harvey might be the latest celeb caught in this spiraling drama. I mean, can you believe it? Let's break it down. The feds raided Diddy's homes not too long ago and reportedly found a whole lot of footage from these wild freak-offs. And guess who might be on those tapes? Yup, it's Steve Harvey, which might just explain why he's been so low-key lately. Oh, and this isn't even the first time Steve's name has been linked to some shady business. Sis, we got the receipts. Diddy's arrest has been the talk of Hollywood. We're talking charges of racketeering, drug-fueled parties, the whole shebang that could put his entire career in jeopardy. And get this, rumors are flying that Diddy might be striking a deal with the feds. If that happens, you know names are gonna drop left and right. But wait, it gets juicier. The moment news broke about Diddy's arrest, Steve Harvey suddenly fled the country. I'm not even kidding. He just up and left. Everyone's like, why did he suddenly jet off? It's not adding up, hun. We know the feds are cracking down on anyone involved in Diddy's freak-offs, so if Steve's name pops up on those tapes, it makes total sense why he'd want to disappear. Sources are saying he hopped on the first flight out once he got word of Diddy's indictment, and if that doesn't scream guilty, then I don't know what does. But Steve isn't just hiding. He's been cleaning up his social media like his life depends on it. He even went back to 2017 and deleted a tweet where he praised Diddy, saying, "My brother Diddy is doing a world of good for these kids." Not aging well, Steve. Other celebs like Usher and Megan Fox are also wiping their connections with Diddy, and it's looking like they're all trying to get their hands clean before the feds come knocking. Everyone's playing scared, but we see you. Now let's talk about Steve's so-called family values, because they're looking hella shaky right now. Remember when Steve used to go on and on about being a family man? Well, turns out he might have actually pushed his daughter Lori Harvey into Diddy's arms. And guess how old she was back then? Just 22. Meanwhile, Diddy was out here in his 50s. Like, really? People are now saying that Steve allowed this relationship because he wanted to cozy up to Diddy's Hollywood power. You know, for the connections. We've all seen those vacation pics from Italy in 2019. Steve, Lori, and Diddy all hanging out like one big happy family. It's giving Hollywood business deal vibes, not love. But wait, there's more. In the lawsuit against Diddy, it's claimed that his son Justin Combs was out here recruiting women for these wild parties. And if you remember, Lori was allegedly dating Justin before she switched lanes and started dating Diddy himself. People are saying she got recruited just like the other women. I mean, what kind of twisted story is this? Now, let's talk about Steve's brand for a second. He's been the go-to guy for relationship advice for years. Even wrote a whole book called Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. But now, it's looking like Mr. Harvey might have been dabbling in some mess we never saw coming. His name is now associated with Diddy's scandal, and it's making everyone side-eye the relationship guru image he's been selling us. Speaking of shady stuff, rumors about Steve's own marriage have been swirling for months. People have been whispering that his wife Marjorie allegedly cheated on him with a bodyguard and a chef. Oof, sis, it's getting messy out here. And there's even a clip resurfacing where Steve seems to distance himself from Marjorie when they're talking about infidelity. What's really going on, Steve? And the FBI raid at Diddy's house just added gasoline to this fire. During the raid, the feds reportedly found hours of freak-off footage, and sources are saying Steve Harvey might be caught on camera at one of these events. Remember when Steve used to joke about baby oil on his show? Well, guess what? Diddy had 1,000 bottles of baby oil at these parties. Like, what were they even doing with all that? Girl, the recent revelations about Steve Harvey and Diddy have everyone shook. Fans are reacting with a mix of disbelief and outrage. Some are saying, when we tell you these people have sold their souls to the devil, please believe it. Others are pointing out that Steve's whole fatherly, squeaky clean image is probably just a facade. And honestly, are we really surprised? But the real question is, how long can Steve keep running? And what does this say about the people we idolize in Hollywood? This story has raised so many more questions than it has answered, and fans are hungry for the truth. truth. So keep your eyes peeled, because this tea is far from over. Make sure you drop a comment, like, and subscribe for all the latest updates, because you do not want to miss what comes next. Trust me, things are about to get even messier.